Everything in your experience teaches the same lesson. Things end, roads stop. Walls close rooms, islands meet oceans, and oceans eventually meet land again. Books finish. Stories conclude. Even your own life moves through beginnings, middles, and endings. Boundaries feel natural, so natural that you rarely stop to question whether reality itself should obey them. Of course, the universe must end somewhere. How could it not? The idea feels obvious. If the universe exists, then surely it occupies some kind of space. And if it occupies space, then there must be a limit. Somewhere, somehow, there should be an edge, a final place where everything stops. Maybe a wall, maybe darkness, maybe an empty boundary separating existence from whatever lies beyond. Your imagination reaches for pictures because endings are easier to understand than endlessness. After all, every object you know behaves this way. A house has edges. A forest eventually opens into something else. Even the horizon, though distant, suggests a limit waiting to be reached. So naturally, the mind asks the same question about reality itself. What happens at the end of the universe? And notice something strange. The question already assumes the answer. It assumes there is an end. This instinct runs deeper than logic. You feel it emotionally. Endlessness creates discomfort because the mind prefers closure. Infinity feels slippery, unfinished, almost impossible to hold in thought. The moment you try to imagine something without limits, imagination quietly replaces it with something familiar. A giant space, an enormous container, something unbelievably large, but still finite. You imagine floating through stars for millions of years until eventually you arrive somewhere final. A border, a stopping point. Proof that reality has limits after all, because otherwise, what exactly are you moving through? This is where intuition quietly begins to fail. The universe does not necessarily behave according to the rules of everyday experience. The habits your mind developed for rooms, roads, and landscapes may stop working the moment reality becomes too large. And scale changes everything. An ant walking across a table naturally assumes surfaces end because every surface it encounters eventually does. But what if the table stretched farther than the ant could ever travel? What if distance itself became so extreme that ordinary assumptions lost meaning? The ant would still expect an edge. Expectation would not guarantee one existed. This creates the first crack in the familiar picture because asking where the universe ends may be similar to asking where north stops once you reach the North Pole. The question feels sensible until something about the structure itself changes what end even means. Still, your intuition resists. You want boundaries because boundaries feel stable, reassuring. A universe with an ending seems understandable. Even mysterious things feel safer when they eventually stop. Infinity feels different. Infinity feels unfinished, impossible. And yet, physics begins with an uncomfortable suggestion. The universe may not contain the kind of edge your intuition keeps searching for, not because the edge is difficult to find, but because reality itself may not be built that way. And once that possibility appears, the question changes. You stop asking where the universe ends. You begin asking whether ending was ever the right idea to begin with. The difficulty begins the moment you try to imagine the universe using ordinary experience. You picture space the way you picture a room. Something exists inside it. Walls define its boundaries. Beyond the walls, something else begins. Even if the universe is unimaginably large, intuition still treats it like a giant container. Something else there, but physics quietly disrupts that picture because the universe may not exist inside space in the way objects exist inside rooms. The universe includes space itself. That difference feels subtle at first, but it changes everything. When you ask what lies beyond the universe, the question assumes there is already some larger place surrounding it, a background, a bigger emptiness waiting outside reality. But if space itself belongs to the universe, then the idea of an outside becomes strangely difficult to define. Outside what? Outside space. The mind immediately struggles because everyday thinking stops working. Imagine a character drawn on a sheet of paper asking what exists beyond the edge of their world. To them, movement only makes sense across the surface, up, down, left, right. The idea of stepping outside the page would barely make sense because the rules of their reality never included that direction. Something similar may happen when humans imagine cosmic boundaries. You are trying to apply familiar intuition to something that may not operate according to familiar rules, and then things become stranger. The universe is not simply sitting still, it is expanding. Galaxies drift farther apart over time, not because they are flying through pre-existing emptiness like objects through air, but because space itself stretches between them. The distances grow, reality changes shape. This sounds abstract until you pause and consider the implication. If space expands, then traveling toward an edge becomes more complicated than intuition suggests. Imagine walking endlessly across land that quietly stretches ahead faster than distance can disappear. Every step feels real, but the scale itself keeps changing. The destination begins to lose meaning. And here is where infinity enters the picture. When people hear the word infinite, they often imagine something impossibly huge, but still measurable in spirit, bigger than imagination. Yes, but still somehow complete. Yet infinity behaves differently. No matter how far you go, there is always farther. No matter how large something becomes, another scale remains beyond it. This makes endings strangely difficult to define, because where exactly would an infinite thing stop? And even if the universe is not infinite in the strictest sense, the structure may still refuse ordinary limits. The farther cosmology looks, the stranger the geometry becomes. Observations suggest reality behaves on scales so enormous that intuition collapses under its own assumptions. You begin expecting edges because life trained you to expect them. But the universe was never obligated to follow that training. This creates an unsettling contrast. Your brain wants closure, a finish line, a final destination where mystery ends. But reality may not contain one. Instead, the farther you imagine traveling, the less obvious an ending becomes. Space refuses to sit still. Distance stretches beyond comprehension. Even the idea of beyonds starts losing clarity. And suddenly, the original question begins to wobble. Perhaps the real mystery is not where the edge of the universe hides. Perhaps the mystery is why human intuition keeps insisting one must exist at all. At this point, the idea of infinity already feels difficult enough, but reality introduces something stranger still. The universe may not even need to be infinite to have no edge. That sounds impossible at first. After all, if something is finite, then surely it must stop somewhere. A limit implies a boundary. Every experience you have seems to confirm this. Small things end, large things end. Even enormous landscapes eventually meet some kind of border. So how could something have size without having an edge? The answer begins with something deceptively simple. Imagine standing on Earth thousands of years ago, before satellites, before maps, before anyone knew the planet was round. If you walked far enough, intuition might suggest you would eventually reach the edge of the world, a cliff, a final boundary and ending. And yet, something strange happens instead. You keep walking. Eventually, without ever crossing a border, you return to where you started. The Earth is finite. It has measurable size. But standing on its surface, there is no edge to fall from. Movement loops naturally because the geometry itself behaves differently than intuition expects. Now take that idea and stretch it beyond ordinary experience. Imagine a universe shaped in ways your brain never evolved to picture. Not curved through ordinary space like a ball sitting on a table, but curved in the deeper structure of space itself. A reality where movement continues endlessly without ever encountering a wall. You travel, you continue. You expect an ending, but none appears, not because distance is infinite, because the structure never creates an edge to begin with. This becomes difficult to visualize because your imagination secretly replaces unfamiliar ideas with familiar pictures. You want to imagine the universe floating inside some larger emptiness, curved like an object, surrounded by space. But that picture may already be misleading. The curve is not necessarily inside something else. It may belong to space itself, and suddenly asking for an edge begins to feel stranger. Where exactly would the edge exist? What would it separate? Reality from what? The question starts collapsing under its own assumptions. This creates an unsettling emotional shift. You trust endings because endings feel understandable. Even difficult truths feel easier when they eventually stop. A universe with walls, however distant, feels emotionally manageable. But a boundaryless reality feels different. It removes closure. You cannot point to a final place and say, there, that is where existence ends. Instead, movement itself becomes strained. The farther you imagine traveling, the more ordinary assumptions weaken. The expectation of reaching something final slowly begins to disappear. Not because you failed to travel far enough, because the structure itself never promised an ending. And here is the unsettling contrast. You may spend your entire life imagining the universe as a giant room with distant walls, when reality may behave more like a surface without borders, finite perhaps, measurable perhaps, but endlessly navigable without ever reaching an edge, which raises an uncomfortable possibility. What if the reason you can never reach the end of the universe is not because it is too far away? What if the end simply does not exist in the way you keep imagining? By now, the question begins to change shape. You no longer ask, where is the end of the universe? In quite the same way. Instead, something stranger appears. Even if you could travel forever, would reaching the end ever be possible? The uncomfortable answer may be no, and not because your technology is too weak or distances are too large, though both are true. The deeper reason is that reality itself places limits on what can ever be reached. Begin with something strange but easy to overlook. You never see the universe as it is now. You see it as it was. Light takes time to travel. When you look at the moon, you see it slightly in the past. Look at the Sunday, and you see light that left minutes ago. Distant stars appear years behind their present state. Entire galaxies arrive carrying information millions or billions of years old. The farther you look, the farther back in time you see. Already, distance behaves differently than intuition expects. Now combine this with expansion. The universe is not only vast, it is growing. Space stretches while light attempts to cross it. Some galaxies drift away so rapidly through expansion itself that their light may never fully reach us. Not because they move through space too quickly, because space between us keeps growing. Imagine trying to walk toward a horizon while the land itself quietly expands beneath your feet. You move, progress feels real. Yet some destinations recede faster than motion, can close the gap. This changes the meaning of reachable. Even if infinite travel became possible, parts of reality would remain permanently beyond contact, not hidden behind walls, not blocked by barriers, simply unreachable. Reality itself creates distance faster than experience can overcome it. This is where the emotional contrast deepens. You instinctively believe that enough time solves every problem. Travel long enough, move far enough. Eventually you arrive, but cosmology offers a stranger possibility. Some endings cannot be reached because the structure never allows arrival. Even the observable universe, the portion you can potentially see, has limits built into it. There are regions whose light has not had enough time to arrive since the universe began, places existing beyond what human observation may ever access. And beyond that, the uncertainty grows. Maybe more galaxies. Maybe something larger than imagination comfortably handles. The unsettling truth is that reality may extend beyond what any observer can ever fully experience. Not because truth is forbidden, because limits are woven into observation itself, and suddenly infinity feels different. It no longer feels like an endless hallway waiting to be explored. It feels more like a horizon that changes the moment you approach it, not deceptive, not cruel, simply unreachable by design, which leads to a strange realization. You may never stand at the edge of reality, not because you failed to travel far enough, but because existence itself may never contain the kind of ending your intuition keeps demanding. And perhaps that was the misunderstanding from the beginning. You assumed the universe was a destination, when it may actually be something far stranger than destinations allow. At first, the idea feels unsettling. A universe without an ending sounds unfinished, almost uncomfortable to live inside. The mind wants limits because limits feel understandable. A room feels safe because walls exist. A story feels satisfying because it concludes. Even uncertainty becomes easier to tolerate when you believe an answer eventually waits at the end. But infinity refuses closure, or at least it seems to look closer, and something begins to shift. The absence of an ending does not necessarily make reality meaningless. Strangely, it may do the opposite, because endlessness changes perspective. It reminds you that existence was never built around complete understanding. You do not need to see the whole ocean to experience water. You do not need to understand every star to feel wonder beneath the night sky. And perhaps you do not need the universe to end for your place inside it to matter. This becomes easier to feel when you notice something quiet about human experience. Your life already unfolds inside limits. You wake, move through moments, make choices, love people, lose things. These experiences remain real, whether reality stretches infinitely or curves without edge. The scale changes, the immediacy does not. And maybe that is the deeper contrast. You imagined a meaningful universe would eventually become understandable, a place where enough exploration would finally reveal the answer. A final edge, a complete picture. But what if meaning does not come from reaching the end? What if meaning comes from participating in something larger than completion itself? Because there is something strangely beautiful about existing inside mystery. The stars remain distant. Questions remain unanswered. Reality continues stretching beyond imagination. And still, somehow, consciousness appears for a brief moment and asks questions at all. You here inside something too large to fully hold in thought. That does not make you insignificant. If anything, it makes your awareness stranger, more improbable, a temporary observer standing inside endlessness, able to notice even a fraction of it. So the next time you look upward and wonder where the universe ends, pause for a moment. Notice what the question quietly assumes. That reality owes you closure. That existence must eventually become complete enough to fit inside human understanding. But perhaps the universe was never meant to end in that way. Perhaps the point was never reaching the edge. Perhaps the wonder comes from realizing there may not be one, because the universe may always remain larger than your ability to finish imagining it. And strangely, that may be exactly what makes it beautiful.